Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Dorgon 111, and welcome back to Herman Electro. I've been playing as Natasha, and I had kind of a bad game that I ended up dying, that I've edited out, but now I'm in the midst of a good game, and I've gotten down here, and here's a new item that we haven't seen before. I could pay for it with 2 bits of scrap metal, but I also have the resources to do this and kind of cheat my way to it. So let's find out. Heart Transplant. Survive a misstep. And I got an achievement for unlocking that. Survive a misstep. So it sounds like a kind of like lower grade version of the Phoenix Feather, maybe? So maybe if you die, you would just be brought back to life, but it doesn't like solve the puzzle for you. That's what I'm guessing. There does seem to still be a bug. I had saved and quit to start up a recording of this. And the gun here got replaced with a missile again, and so I've reported that to developers. So apparently whatever update they pushed out had that bug, but I assume it's going to be fixed reasonably soon. But while I have you with me, let's play some, and there will probably be a misstep, but if not, I can always cause one just to discover what that is going to do. All right. I have seen this room before. I'm not sure if I've ever successfully solved it. So I can walk in the corner and toggle this, so presumably that's this. But in order to get out of here, this one is toggleable. So it's going to, I guess, just do these. And if I put a bucket of water here, it would put these down, but then I wouldn't have a way. I'd still need to use like a plank to get across because the bucket of water would be electrified. And I definitely need these on in order to power this to unpower this and also make the platform here. So that's definitely something I want to do. So the question is, after I'm standing here, how do I get out? And it feels like there is not a way to do so that doesn't involve having... I wonder, survive a misstep. I wonder if you walk into a hole, like, would it resurrect you there? Would it put ground under your feet? I don't want to try it out right now, but I feel like we need a plank. And so let's see if solving this room gives us a plank. What's going on here? We have a bunch of guards. And so I need to place the bomb somewhere that it doesn't blow up both power sources, because then the guards would be let out. But I could blow up one of them because both of them are supplying power to the door. And the bomb box, I have water buckets. But I would need the power conducting somewhere useful, which I don't have right now. Because you need to push the bomb somewhere. Like, so suppose I had the bomb here, and suppose I could destroy this with something, and then stand here and place a water bucket. That would explode the bomb, but I would be outside of the radius. However, I don't know that I can destroy this. Like, you can't pour water on some wires, right? I would need a wire cutter to do that. And if I just put a water bucket here, it wouldn't actually conduct power because power is not flowing into the cell from the left due to the way the wire is. And I don't have enough water buckets to go like from this one over here. So I'm not sure that I can solve this room right now either. I could use a saw. So if I sawed this piece of wood, I could use 2 water buckets. Would that work? I still think that wouldn't work, because that would only allow me to conduct power to down here, and if the bomb were here, it would not actually break this open. So I think that also does not work. So I don't think I can solve that one. let's look back at this one again and see if there's some other... Can I use the guard to my advantage? Like, the top part seems symmetrical to the bottom part, and so I'd have the same problem trying to rescue the guard as I had over here. And there's just a NOT gate there. So I don't see a way to solve either of these puzzles. However, there would be a way to cheese one of them. Are all of the... I came down the other stairs and then it brought me back up here. I think that might also be a bug with like save and exit. All right. Let me find my way back downstairs. Okay, so normally during gameplay I would have been able to get a gun to break the concrete. The gun got replaced by a missile, and so I went back and got one of the missiles that I could get, and I'm going to use it to break the concrete. Kablam! And so we'll cheese that room that way, and see if we can go ahead. Oh, hello! Nice bonus thingy. I get scrap metal, and I get another heart transplant. Wow. Survive a misstep. Okay, neat. All right. I can survive 2 missteps. However, I might be using both of them. Suppose I could walk across this. I still don't have a way to get out, right? I guess I could use a water bucket on this and on this, and then I'd be able to walk out over here. Because without planks, I need to get power flowing in here. Is there another way to get power flowing in here? I don't have wire cutters. Because if I did have wire cutters, or I guess 2 buckets of water. Ooh, 2 buckets of water would just conduct power here, but it still wouldn't go up into this wire. I was thinking about walking on here, putting this out, walking past it, putting another bucket of water down so the power would flow up to here, but it doesn't flow into the wire because the wire isn't coming down into that block. So I guess we're going to find out what the heart transplant does when it says survive a misstep. But where do I even want to go with it? I guess I'm going to try stepping to the left onto the trapdoor and just see what happens. So if this ends the run, then so be it. So safety prevents me from doing that, so I'm going to toggle safety mode. It does put floor back underneath me. Okay, so that's what it does. And from here, I can make my way out because I can use my other heart transplant here. And then I can destroy both of these power sources with water. Actually, I only have to use 1 water bucket because if I use 1 water bucket to the left, it will destroy these electrical wires. And then all of these will no longer be connected to a power source. So yeah, I only need to use 1 actually. Great. Okay, so we discovered what a heart transplant does. And we were able to continue the run. So we're going to call that a great success. There was like a bell that just rang or something. Oh, it was safety mode turning back on automatically when I enter a room. I forgot after turning it off to turning it back on. Okay. So in here, there are lots of toggleable thingies, so I don't mind just toggling them to see how some things will behave. Well, I could use a saw to step on here. But then I would need like a plank to get in here. Or throw a brick. Right, so actually, if I just used a saw and a brick, I could turn this on and then get to the exit and not have to worry about any of this. That seems pretty reasonable to me. Yeah, let's do that. Saw, throw a brick onto this pressure plate. All that goes down. Hooray. And we can continue. And Oh my goodness. Let's see. In order to unlock the exit here... Oof. I would need to make sure that this stays off. Which will be maybe challenging. I don't remember if I sponge it when I'm not standing on it. I do have a plank as a backup. And then let's see. This also needs to stay off. I guess I could use a wire cutter first. Actually, I could use a wire cutter here and here. And then I could walk through. If I walk across this, it'll toggle all these on, so that would be on. The NOT gate makes this on. With this wire cut, the NOT gate will still be on like it is now, and then these would all power that. Yeah, so 2 wire cutters would solve this. I think I just convinced myself. Let's hope I am not wrong. But now I think I can simply walk through here. And the act of walking through there will open the gate. All right. We got some stuff. And we're making it down to the next floor. Let's check out the shop. That is the ammo box, I think. Or is that Herman's toolbox? Which I've still never gotten. I would need a sponge, 3 water buckets, 2 wire cutters, and a brick. I almost have that. But for now, we will just head downstairs. And if we happen to accumulate a bunch more resources, we might go back up for that. But we might not. All right, 4, 5. That might actually be the exact set of resources. Hold on. Sponge. That. I'm still short a wire cutter. All right. And there's no way to... Yeah, it's very thick concrete, so I can't force my way in to trying to get that prize. Okay, so what do we have over here? Obviously, I can cheese this room, and I think I have cheesed this room before. If I were to simply walk through, a plank and a brick could put these down, but then it would also permanently do this. Then I'd also need a wire cutter on the way back, which is kind of ugly. And I'm not sure what's happening with all the wires over here. So like 3 resources, or I could just use a gun and a saw, which is always a nice backup. How about over this way? This one, typically 2 of these things will ignite this. Then I can put a water bucket down here and a wire cutter. Water bucket and wire cutter is only 2 resources. That's pretty reasonable. It's not a single one of these. Is it 2 of these? These 2. Oh, so I need the brick over here. Darn, I forgot about that. So I need a brick, a water bucket, and a wire cutter. But I guess at this point I'm kind of committed to doing that. All right, so brick, water bucket, and I don't love spending my only wire cutter, but let's do it. 3 saws and a plank. I am up to 3 planks, so I could just saw plank, for example. I could saw a gun, for example. If I wanted to try to electrify all of this, a water bucket here would get this half. But it looks like I would need 2 more water buckets to get this half, or if I did this, then I would be trapped inside, so I'd have to use a sponge. So it looks like 3 resources of water buckets and sponge, or a saw and 2 planks, or a saw and a gun are the various options I see to solve this room. Actually, or 2 saws and a water bucket, because then I could just conduct the power directly into here. Would be yet another possibility. Or, oh, the sponge could electrify all of this. But that wouldn't help me because I'd be kind of like trapped inside this interior area then too. Many possibilities. And in the other room, was I using any water buckets or sponges if I did have to go back and solve that room in case this one ends up being a dead end? Just remind me, because I've completely forgotten. This one just needed a plank, a brick, and I was going to say a wire cutter. Ugh. I don't have a wire cutter. So this one might need the gun and the saw, actually. If, kind of tempted just to spend the gun on the saw on that right now. But I'll hold off. We might not need to spend any resources in that room at all. Saw and 2 planks is a reasonable amount of resources, I think. Kind of like having a diversity of resources. I'm not sure if it makes sense always to do that. Okay, this was a dead end, so we do have to go solve the other one. And in that case, I think I am going to use the saw and the gun to solve this room. So let's blam. Do that. There is a bonus room down here with multiple chests. And I do have planks, and so I could get the second one. Rising stock. Earn money with your money. That allows you to pay for any one shop tile, I remember. So I might want to head back upstairs, because I might have enough resources actually to do that. And would I want to spend 2 planks to get another thingy? And upstairs, I thought it might be the toolbox. Let's go back upstairs first, I think. However, I might be able to go upstairs if I find the exit before heading downstairs. So while I'm here, can I find the exit? Oh, I remember this room. And assuming it is the same as it was before, it's very complicated. And the problem is the guards are always in sync. And if I kill one of them, I can't kill him on the square. And if I have to walk up and try to toggle the button, then the other guard will be in sync with me. And so I can never get these 2 buttons to both power the AND gate at the same time in my prior analysis, which is actually going to make this then very difficult, because right now I don't have a way to get through the concrete. I guess I could use like 2 bricks and a plank, but then I would have a guard chasing me and not have a way to kill him. Actually, the plank would prevent his movement, because planks do prevent guards from walking over them. So long as I was a couple steps ahead of the guard, which I think I could be, I could solve that with 2 bricks and a plank. All right, but that room doesn't look great, and so since there was the room upstairs that I might be able to pay for now, and it might not be the ammo box, and it might be Herman's toolbox, and that would be another thing that I've never unlocked before, I definitely want to check that out. And I just realized I've gone the wrong way, because I want to go upstairs. So let's go upstairs right here and check out this shop. Sponge, yes. 3 water buckets, yeah. Oh, 2 wire cutters, rats. I only have 1 wire cutter right now. So in that case, and I don't need any planks, so in that case, then the strategy is going to be to use the planks in order to get the other bonus treasure chest. If it were another rising stock, for example, then I would have 2 coins to spend in the shop. It's a poison gas. Okay. The poison gas could let me kill both guards. And so, if I step here, they'll turn this on. And I could stutter step them and they'll turn it back off. And then I could walk across. And then with safety, I can walk across here. And then use the poison gas now that I'm here. Use my only brick to walk up into the opposite chamber, hit the button to turn on these things. There wouldn't be a live guard down here. And then get this and go out. I think that works. So I think this is a way that I could use the poison gas and a brick to solve this room. That's fine. So let's get this off. So I want you to turn that off. Then I'm going to turn off safety mode because I can step here, and one of you or the other is going to be doing that. Then I'm going to turn safety mode back on. Now I want to poison gas the guards, use a brick, walk up here. That's going to turn this on, and then I can get out of the room. Yes. So, poison gas. Boom. Guard's dead. Brick. Smashed up here. This goes down. I get a toolbox, and I hit this in order to get back out. And we have reached the bottom floor. And now I have a brick and a wire cutter, so I think I guess I can go upstairs, actually, from this room here. I am going to choose to go back and check this out, because sponge, I have 3 water buckets. That, I could spend a coin in that. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to do rising stock, which gives me a coin, which I'm not going to select right now. Instead, I'm going to select the sponge and water bucket, water bucket, water bucket, and this, and now I'm going to use my coin, and now I'm going to use my brick, and I think this might be Herman's Toolbox. It's Herman's Toolbox. Gain 1 of each basic tool, which I guess is like these 5 or these 6. That's super cool. No wonder it was so expensive. Okay. I am thrilled to pieces that we chose to do that. And I guess in case it's going to affect my strategy now, I'm going to go ahead and consume it now. Yes, it included the guns. Okay, so we have lots of ways to bust through concrete. We have very many resources, so I think we will be able to win this one. And if there's any scrap metal, I might actually be able to purchase the thing that's going to cost 5 on the probably subsequent room. Is it always the second room? I think it is. That has this little shop. But currently I have 4 scrap metal, and there's just a water bucket in here. And I can't use... I never thought about this before. I could tunnel through the wall and only spend 2 scrap metal if I wanted to in order to purchase this thing and unlock yet another thing. It would cost me 2 guns and 2 saws and 2 scrap metal. But it would be fun, and I have some extra resources, so we're going to have some fun here. Alright. Gun. Boom. Saw. Boom. Oh, it's only costing me 1. What am I thinking? And 2 scrap metal. Okay, yeah, so we still have lots of resources. Okay, spend that, spend that. Meat shroom. For 10 seconds, grow stronger and gain ability to crush walls. Interesting. So the other mushroom thingy made us invincible, and so like guards and traps and floor tiles didn't hurt us. I don't know that I ever tried walking through a wall, but just being able to crush walls. Okay, seems extremely powerful. This is exciting. I think, have I unlocked like 3 new things in this one run? Crazy town. Okay, I've been here before. I have water buckets or wire cutters I could spend. The alternative would be to spend an extra plank. If I cut off these 2 power sources, this will still be on, but I'll have to spend 1 plank, but I have 4 planks, so I'm willing to do that. So I am going to cut the power sources on the top before I walk in, and then just spend the plank. All right, so let's plank it up over here and walk out down here. I got some more saws. Saws are very versatile. This guy, seen this room before. I have a lot of saws, which is a very good asset. It's usually good to walk down here and blow up this thing before doing other things so that I have more possible routes of exit. Then, after having blown that up, I could simply walk in here and then spend a plank and then either a plank or a saw. So that would be 3 resources spent. I'd probably choose to spend the saw. I think we had determined that it was going to be very difficult to turn on these. Yeah, due to the inability to conduct power here, because if I step on this... Oh, no, that's already in the right position. I would just need to wire cut this or destroy this. Which... Yeah, I think it's too complicated, so I think I'm going to be spending 2 planks. Well, hold on. If I walked around this way and spent a saw, walked over this power source, that puts these up, then I could spend a saw and a saw. I've got 7 saws, so spending more saws is actually better. So that's actually a better way to do this one. And then, and I wouldn't even need as many saws if I exploded my way out, so I should do that as well. So I need to leave room on my way out to get out during that exit. And I will be able to walk over here, explode that, and still get over to the way that I'm trying to go. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. So, boom, explode that. Then I'm going to go through the wall over here. And so... I need to saw this, destroy this power source. Now both these NOT gates are active into the AND gate, turning this on. Then I can saw this. This is active here, and so stepping here and stepping here would be safe, and then I can walk out. Yep. Great. And I can walk all the way around. Yep. Great. So that was very few resources spent. Very pleased with that solution. I can run a little bit faster over here. And let's not forget that I have the wall crushing ability. I've solved this room before by cutting a wire. I only have 1 wire cutter. And so I could use my new crazy ability instead. And if I did so, I could walk a path up here, use my ability, crush my way through this wall and this wall, and then it would be safe to walk down south here and get out. And that would just give me a chance to test this thing out. I doubt I'll be able to use it in multiple rooms because I won't be able to parse the next room fast enough. But that's fine with me. All right, so let's test this thing out. So, meat shroom, 10 seconds, ability to crush walls. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness, I grow actually literally bigger. All right, that's pretty funny. You know what? I'm going to... Got it just in time to run in here and do this. And so I saved myself some more resources. So I've got like a gazillion resources still in my pocket. So that's fun. And we reached the exit. We already know that bombing out of here would be editor mode, but I don't need that anyway. And so look at all these resources that I have on hand. Sadly, I don't think I can use any of these for anything too exciting. But yeah, that was super cool. And so if I return to the hub and say, what's all the hubbub? We unlocked Heart Transplant, which basically, when you die, resurrects you and puts ground underneath your feet. We unlocked the meat shroom, which lets you walk through walls, crushing them on your way. And even though it had been unlocked before, for the very first time I got Herman's Toolbox, which gives you 1 of each basic tool, which is super awesome. And so, yeah, the ammo box is a big yellow box. Herman's toolbox is a smaller orange box. And so I need to remember that in terms of their icons. One of the suggestions I've given the developers is some way to like mouse over items in a room just to be able to get like a hover tooltip or something to like see what it is in case you don't remember the names of things or can't immediately identify them. So maybe that'll be in a future update. Who knows? In any case, that was very successful. Yeah, and I feel like the style I've been doing in terms of doing some playing off camera to ensure that we're going to make some progress unlocking things each episode is working to my advantage right now. So I hope that you guys are having a great day. Hope that you're enjoying Herman Electro, and I will see you again soon for some more. For now, bye bye.